Hey everybody, welcome back to Pastor TK Cards. This is Pastor Tommy, and I just wanted to give another update on my 1964 Topps progress. Just got back into town, went out of town just overnight for some doctor's appointments for my wife. Got back and settled in, and just wanted to give an update. Got some cards in the mail, and since my last update, I've added 10 more of what I needed in my 1964 Topps. I'm getting really close. At this point, I've got 18 left that I need, and reality is 15 of those are on the way. And picked up some of the nicer cards raw that I needed. I got one more graded card in that I just happened to see at my local card shop. They didn't have it before, but they came into some new vintage. Actually got some pretty nice new vintage. They've added more vintage in the last year than they had when I first started going there, for sure. So the cases keep getting more and more tempted. But this wasn't a big card by any means, but I needed it and got a good price on it. And so I picked it up in the slab. Wasn't planning on getting that one in a slab. And so with 18 cards left, 13 on the way. The only ones that I haven't bought yet are the Whitey Ford, number 380, the Topps in the NL, which is that combo card of Hank Aaron and Willie Mays, number 423, and then number 460, the Bob Gibson card. Really, the Aaron Mays card is the only one there that's really expensive, but I'm looking at another $200, $250 to finish off this set, and it's been fun, been a lot of fun. But as I'm thinking about finishing this set, putting my 1987 Topps set in binders. That was already done. I'll do a video on that. That's just one of my favorite 1980 sets. Put 1981 set in binders, 82 set in binders, 83 set in binders. I had all those, but I haven't completed the 76 set. I'm working on the 1976 set. And when I finish the 1976 set, I'm going to start my next set from the 60s. So I was hoping maybe some of you guys could give me your feedback on which set I should do next in the 60s. I'm leaning towards the 62, the 65, or the 67. And the 67, I used to have the mantle and some other cards from 67. I love that design. I'd never really liked the 65 until the last year or so. Well, the last 6 months as I've gotten back in the hobby, seeing several of you guys working on the 65 Topps set. I picked up the Joe Morgan rookie, and just kind of thinking about that one. Or the 62, as I was putting the 87 Topps in the binders, I thought about the 62 set, and I owned the Mickey Mantle All-Star, the Manager Dream card in that set at one time, the Juan Marichal in that set. There was several from that year. From all three of those years were several from the vintage collection I had when I was a young child up until 1999. I've told you about that when I left to go off to seminary. And just to be able to get some of those cards back as I build a set would be a lot of fun. Just like it was with 64. I showed you the Pete Rose and the Mickey Mantle that were two that I had in the 64 Topps before I sold my collection in 69. So I just, what do you guys think? Thanks. What do you guys think? What do you think? I'm leaning towards the 62, 65, or 67. I'd kind of determined the 67 just because next year is 27, and I'd like to finish it by the end of next year. But I'd love to hear your feedback. The 64 is my favorite 60 set, and so I'm going to finish that one in the next few months. Next month, as long as I get some eBay sales going to get some money back into the account to buy that last $200, $250 worth of cards. And then finish up my 76 set. I've got the big cards from that. There's nothing expensive there. It's just a matter of finding the cards I like and the condition I like. For a 70 set, I really try to get those mostly packed fresh. A 60 set, I give a little bit more wear and tear on those kind of cards, but in the 70s, I want them, they don't have to be perfect like 10s or anything by any means, but you know, 6s and 7s. And so I'd love to hear your feedback on which set to do next, but I'd look for that in the comments. But I'm going to turn the camera around and show you the 10 cards I've added to my 64 set this week. Getting ready to watch Showcase Showdown with Baseball Collector and Chris from Missouri, and they're doing the 1972 Topps set, and that's another 70 set I haven't done. I started at 73, and so I've got to go back to 72, 71, and 70 to finish my 70s run. And so I'll probably do one of those after I finish up the 76 and start on the 67. Anyway, there's all kinds of sets to build. Here's the cards I've picked up. A lot of these are some of the tougher cards in the set, but nothing incredibly expensive. You'll see. Got the leaders card, home run leaders for the American League, Harmon Killebrew on that card. Just a neat card, one of the leaders cards. I love the leaders card. I've got one coming in. That's a big one I bought this week. That's one of my favorite cards in the set. Picked up the Milwaukee Braves team card. Needed that one. Got a good example of that card. A couple Hall of Famers here. Picked up the Willie Stargell card. His first alone Topps card. He had a 63 rookie card, but that's a floating head multiplayer. Just a really nice example of the Willie Stargell second year card. Another great Hall of Famer, and Willie is Willie McCovey. I got a copy of his card. I had this next card already, but it was about 95-5 all centered, and so this one's more like 70-30, 80-20. It's a little bit better copy. It wasn't an expensive card, but decent player, semi-star. Vern Law picked up that one. Got the Chicago White Sox team card. I still needed that one and marked that one off the list. Good copy of that one. These next three are Hall of Famers, and well, no, two are Hall of Famers, but all three are some of the tougher high numbers in the set. And the high numbers start, 525, I believe. But Hall of Famer Minnie Minoso, not easy to get a good copy of that card in good shape, and just really thought this one was a good example of that Hall of Fame card. And then Luis Aparicio, I don't know if I pronounced that perfect or not, but all centered, but otherwise just a good example of that high number Hall of Famer also. And then this card is one of the actually more expensive cards in the set, but not a Hall of Famer, but just a very well-known name. And is this the rookie card of Euchre? I think it's his rookie card. I'm not positive. I could be wrong on that. Somebody will correct me, I'm sure. But just a neat card of an icon in baseball, really. He's just well-known. Had a good, solid career, and then just a statesman for baseball and some of the funniest baseball movies he's a part of. And so was glad to pick up that. And then one I picked up in a slab from my local card shop's got two Hall of Famers, maybe three. Man, I just should have done some research. I don't know I know Jim Maloney had a good career, but I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. But I know Sandy Koufax and Don Drysdale are Hall of Famers. That's not a bad 1-2. That's an ace and an ace B. Just depending on who's pitching that day is your ace. But got this league leaders card and strikeouts in a PSA 3. Glad to pick that one up for the set. Like I said, 18 left, 15 are on the way, so 3 cards hadn't bought yet. I'm going to be excited to finish up this 1964 top set. And again, I'd love to hear your input on which one you think I should do next in the 60s. Going to be working on the 76. That won't take me too long. As soon as I finish that, I'm going to start on the next 1960 set. And I'd love to hear your feedback. And if you've got a nice starter lot or a partial set, you might have a customer in me too. A customer in me too. And so let me know what you think in the comments. And thanks for watching. Until next time.